Good morning, everybody. Wake up with that, sorry. Welcome back to Riverside Park in Pembroke for game number 12 of the Minor Ontario Little League Championships. The teams are pumped. This is the first of the finals. Depending on the result, we may have one more game tomorrow. So we're going to introduce the teams. We have East Nepean versus High Park. So by coin toss this morning, High Park are the visitors. We are going to invite the High Park Grenadiers onto the field first. So number 4, Addie Dyken. Number 5, Augie Hemsworth. Number 9, William Ariza. Number 17, Quinn Robinson. Number 13, Dylan Clark. Number 8, Saul Schmidt. Number 3, Berlin Martin. Number 15, Odin Rochon. Number 7, Thomas Sayers. Number 6, Francis Morrison. Number 2, Carmel Catchaball. And number 11, Jacob. Welcoming coaches, Dave Clark, Mark Dyken, and Jeff Martin. And now welcoming East Nepean Eagles to the field. Number 7, Kristen Ying. Number 9, Dino Zerautis. Number 14, Eddie Kearney. Number 12, Leo Zhao. Number 8, Titus Tan. Number 6, Sam Lemo. Number 10, Henry Meunier. Number 4, Avery Pottinger. Number 11, Zach Prince. Number 3, Easton Engler. Number 2, Juliet DaCosta. And number 5, Brooks Campbell. And welcoming the coaches, Mike Prince, Brian Engler, and James Pan. I'll now call a representative from each team up to home plate to read the Little League Pledge.
Je crois en Dieu, j'aime mon pays et je respecterai ses lois. Je jouerai franc jeu et m'efforcerai de gagner. Mais victoire ou défaite, je ferai toujours de mon mieux.
I trust in God, I love my country, and I will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. I now ask everyone that's able to stand, remove your hats for the playing of O Canada. And now call the umpires onto the field for Sue and Keenan, and we'll hand the game over to you. Great game, everybody.
your last time.
Hey, boys and girls, have a great day. Have a great day. It's a great day today. Let's go.
Great, good, great. I will. Oh, we like decibels from one side. Oh, no, you'll hear me. But I'll probably be quiet. Alright? So, hey, that's the watch. Let's play ball. Do it. Let's go. Yeah. Coach, have a great game. Have a great game, buddy. Great. Have a good game. Thank you. All right, take care, guys. You'll see what I mean. Balls? Which one you want? Perfect. Stay back a bit,
Thank you.
At least you get the nice breeze. You and I were dying there yesterday.
It's all about timing.
Let's go, Addie.
Hello and welcome here to Pembroke, Ontario. Last Friday, 7 teams from around the province began with the same trajectory to try to claim victory of the province here in the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincials, and we're down to our final 2, and we could have a champion after today. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing. It's the High Park Grenadiers and the East Nepean Eagles in the finals. It's Dyken. This one flies to center field, and it's Campbell who covers the ground and gets the first initial out, and there's one down. These two teams faced off not too long ago, as recently as Monday, in a back-and-forth contest where the Grenadiers had a lead but weren't able to hold on. 6-3 final score going the Eagles' way, and looking for a similar result here today, as with a win for the Eagles would claim victory and be champions of Ontario, as they have the benefit of being in the upper bracket. And a strike there on August Hemsworth. And we'll stare it down for a ball on the outside. And it's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 2. Starting pitcher this morning for East Nepean, number 8, Titus Tan. Gets the start in a big-time situation. Now after he found a first initial out, looking for his first strikeout of the morning as well. Here's the 2-2 delivery. And just high, the call for a third ball. And Hemsworth has brought it to full. And Tan will deliver the payoff. And it's ball 4 for August Hemsworth. Works himself a walk after he went 1-2 down and able to get aboard. Here's William Marizes to the plate. As the Grenadiers trying to find an early lead with a base runner on. Marizes holds for a strike on the inside corner. Tossed down to 2, and it gets out of the way to the shortstop. And a successful steal there from Hemsworth adds him in a scoring position. As we'll take a look around the infield, it's first base Henry Meunier, third base is Leo Zhao, shortstop Eddie Kearney, and second base that is Chris Grenier. Strike 2 on Marizes as he goes swinging on that one. And it's an 0-2 lead for Tan. He had a lead on his last batter as well. Wasn't able to finish him off. We'll see what he can do here, the 0-2. And Marizes will battle as it's fouled out the first base line. And that will keep us here. And so High Park had to have a big victory yesterday in the lower bracket finals as they beat the Upper Ottawa Valley River Cats in a mercy rule effort where double digits was the difference. There's ball 1 back in the count for Marizes. And we'll do it all over again as Marizes fouls it off. As he continues to stay alive, it's his second foul ball up with 2 strikes against him. Tan, who we've seen pitch earlier in the tournament, biggest spot here. Back to a 1-2, and he goes on through for strike 3. And it's the first punch out of the morning for Titus Tan. And there's 2 down. Here's Quinn Robinson, the cleanup hitter, the power in the lineup for High Park. And first pitch at the knees for strike 1. And outside, it was with the first 2 pitches. 1-1. Robinson will be our starting pitcher for the Grenadiers at the bottom of the inning. So the 2 starters going at it here. Robinson pitched in yesterday's game as well. He was purposely kept under that 20-pitch count so the Grenadiers could use him today. And that's a strike 2 on the outside corner as Tan will paint it. Up against it, Titus Tan. Chance to leave runners stranded and send his team to the offense. The 1-2 to the plate. And it's just outside for a second ball. Deep breaths from Robinson as he steps outside the box. Gets back in it, still up against it. Here's the 2-2. It's outside again. Really attacking the outer half of the plate. Had some strikes going his way, not the last 2. And it's a full count. Hemsworth got a board on a full count pitch as well. Robinson trying to replicate. Here's the payoff. And he reaches on across and gets him swinging. And Titus Tan back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the top of the first inning, leave runners stranded at second, and send his team to the offense. It's a championship game here on a cloudy Wednesday morning. And when we come back, it's East Nepean's turn to try to open the scoring here in Pembroke. Bottom of the first, set to get underway here in this championship contest between the Eagles and the Grenadiers. Chris Grenier, Dino Zarudas, and Eddie Kearney. The confirmed three here to lead things off for the Eagles. And as mentioned, in the top of the first, it's Quinn Robinson, the starting pitcher for the team in orange. And it's strike one as it blisters the outside. Robinson is the ace for the Grenadiers. He pitched in yesterday's contest as well against Upper Ottawa Valley, as that one's just sent foul in his second strike against Grenier. But they put him in as the starter in yesterday, pitched about an inning or two. Kept him at 19 and available for today. 0-2 outside, and the first ball going the way of Grenier. And strike three, as Grenier waves on through, and it's a leadoff punch-out from Quinn Robinson, who was trying to match what Titus Tan did in the top of the inning as he struck out two. And here's Dino Zarudas. Zarudas, the main catcher for the Eagles. We'll see the first pitch up high, and the ice sign for ball one. So these are the two teams that rode in the upper bracket right till the end. And the one loss of High Park coming to this Eagles team is this one's popped up in foul territory down the left field line, and it hits on top of the fence. Will be an end result of a strike in the count. As the trophy is in the house, ready to be awarded potentially today or put back away and awarded tomorrow. High Park would like the latter. East Nepean would like the first option. Here's the 1-1. And he'll just miss his spot as he looked to chip away on the outside. Two on, down the plate for strike two. As Arudis will take it looking, and now he's got to protect. Robinson split the first 4 pitches and will deliver the 2-2. And it's a full count. We saw a pair of these in the top of the inning. Tan went 1 for 1. And Zarudis, who's his favorite MLB player, is Aaron Judge. What would Judge do in a full count situation? In play, it's a chopper to the shortstop. Dies down quickly. The splits from Clark will confirm it. As Dylan Clark shows off the athleticism, and it's Daddy Dykin who fires the play from 6-3 in time. And there's 2 gone. Here's Eddie Kearney. Trying to keep this inning alive. Is High Park trying to retire the side in order. Kearney will hold out for ball 1. We've seen Henny come into big situations at the mound a couple times. Wonder if you see him potentially sometime today. As he's playing shortstop right now, and they'll check the swing. He did not go through. It's a little 2-0 lead for Kearney. And we'll just pull it foul as he's in front of it. Still able to make connection though, and now will be the first strike back in the count. And we'll see the 2-1. And clips the bottom of the zone from Robinson, and he's 1 strike away from ending the first inning. Kearney gotta protect. Anything close needs to find middle. And Robinson will whip in the 2-2. Got him, strike 3. And Quinn Robinson retires his side in order and electrifies the High Park fan base. And so it's a clean inning for both these teams on the defensive side. And when we come back, it's High Park's turn once again to try to open up the scoring in this championship bout here in Pembroke. Dylan Clark in the leadoff spot here this inning. Clark, Schmidt, and Martin 3-2 up to face Titus Tan, who picked up 2 punch-outs in the first. Got some help from his center fielder as well. And we're ready to go. And Clark will hold off as he kind of leaned into it initially, pulls away, and we'll see a strike on the outside. Pulls the trigger on this one. A ground ball is the shortstop. Kearney, the scoop and fire in time. As Beignet has to kind of shimmy his back foot to make sure it's on the bag and then touches it with his hand to make sure. Looks like Clark was wondering about that, but quick talk to his first base coach and we'll go back to the dugout. Nice play there by Kearney, and here's Saul Schmidt, the catcher. Schmidt gets one right down the pipe, and he sends that one eerily close to the High Park dugout, right where the coach is standing. Almost had a face full of baseball there. As there's no gate doors to the dugout, they're wide open. Schmidt, a one-hopper to Kearney, back-to-back plays from the shortstop. And number 14 in green makes back-to-back perfect plays. And there's 2 down. There's Berlin Martin, trying to keep the top of the inning alive, as the Eagles have made quick work through the first 2 outs. First pitch, and Martin will just take it high. Great take. She didn't flinch a muscle either. Her intention was to take it and see a pitch. Here's the 1-0. And she'll see that one down the pipe, though, as Tan will get a strike back. Martin will just get a piece of it on the bottom of the bat and foul it off. Bring her to 2 strikes. And now she's got to protect. Tan trying to retire the side in order. Send his team to the offense. Martin trying to continue her battle and get on base for High Park. Here's the 1-2. Just outside. Great take there from Martin as Tan wanted the finisher. Go to a 2-2. And Martin just gets a piece of it on the end of the bat, but that's all that matters. He was really down there, and but she pulled the trigger. Even if it was good contact, probably wouldn't be too impactful. We'll see another 2-2. And she'll make us do it all over again, and she fouls it back to the High Park bleachers. As Martin starting second base as well. He's fouled off 3. Tan still searching for it. We'll go back to a 2-2. And that one will get her. Strike 3, Titus Tan. 3rd strikeout of the morning. And retires the side. 3 up, 3 down as he'll send his team back to the sticks, and when we return, it's the Eagles looking to open the scoring. Leo Zhao leading things off for the East Nepean Eagles. Zhao, Tan, and Lemo for East Nepean. And while Quinn Robinson very successful in the bottom one, this is a ground ball to Martin. The scoop and the fire is good. And there's one down quickly. Reminiscent of the top of the inning when the Grenadiers did exactly the same thing, as it was a ground ball to shortstop that time, as Kearney was busy. And so one down on a chilly morning here on a Wednesday. 19 degrees, but it feels like 16. And I'll tell you, I wore short sleeve and shorts and kind of regretting my decision. And it's a battle of the two starting pitchers here, Tan and Robinson, as the first one's on the outside for ball one. As we saw this battle back in the first as well, but the other way around. And while Tan got the best of Robinson with a strikeout and a quick 2-0 lead here for Titus. And we'll hold off, and it's ball three. And a mega lead here for Tan. And Robinson has to battle back here. Chance for a base runner for the Eagles to work with. Would be their first one of the ball game. 3-0 delivery. And that one will get it. As Robinson will start his battle back. And will make it back-to-back strikes as Tan will foul it off. And the count is full. Robinson has battled back into the count and will now throw the payoff. Oh yeah, strike three, and a fist bump there from Quinn Robinson as he battles back from 3-0 down and strikes out Titus Tan. And there's two down. And here's Sam Lemo. Two up now, trying to keep the inning alive. And as mentioned, the Eagles still searching for their first base run of the ball game. Could this be it? A chopper. Martin, the scoop, fired to first like she's playing catch. It's an easy play. And that will do it for the second inning. It's 3 up, 3 down again from High Park, as it's been a battle of the defenses here on both sides of the ball for both teams. And when we come back, top of the third already, and the Grenadiers back on the sticks. Top of the third inning, Odin Reschwein leading things off for the Grenadiers. He's a frequent pitcher for High Park. Doesn't get the start today. I wonder if you see him in a potential relief section, though, later in the game, as he seems to be in those, like a secondary pitcher. It kind of goes, Robinson is the ace, it seems to be. Starts in the biggest games, but Reschwein is their secondary option. And a quick 2-0 count going Rashwan's way as we take a look into Odin. We have a couple times this week, but all of you weren't watching some of the earlier games, let me tell you about him. He's a Chicago Cubs fan. His favorite player is Pete Crow Armstrong. As that's a strike down the middle from Titus Tan. His favorite hobby, and I remember mentioning this earlier in the week, and it's just awesome, airplane spotting. It's a good one if you get super into it, especially obviously High Park from Toronto. Pearson Airport, I bet you see a bunch of cool planes flying in there, and while you do, I live in Toronto. There's a lot of cool big planes and unique, especially if you get super into it. I'll know all the makes and models. Well, 3-1 pitch incoming. And it's ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for High Park as Odin Reshwan's down to first base. And we'll bring up Thomas Sayers. And it's the second runner of the ball game. Still no hits for either of these teams, though, as both have gone on by walks. Sayers shows bunt, lays it down, dives down in front of the plate, and Zhao will make the play to first, and safe is the call as Meunier stepped off the first base bag. Had to reach for it, and the back heel lifted up from the bag. And safe is the call, and Sayers now at first base. And wow. And the call has been confirmed. And it's 2 on. As an initial sacrifice bunt attempt, as Sayers would have been happy with the result if he was out. Like, yeah, it results in an out, but you move the runner to scoring position in a game where it's been defensive filled and runs are so hard to come by. Here's Francis Morrison. And strike one looking. And Zarudas will run the ball back to the mound. Trying to intimidate the two base runners not to get too frisky. See the 0-1. Morrison shows bunt, pulls away. And takes ball 1. You can see Leo Zhao there really coming into the plate. Morrison the 1-1. Showcases bunt again. Hard bounce off Zarudas. Reshwan's down to third. And there'll be no contest, as that took an aggressive bounce off of the lower section of Zarudas. He gets away from him, and both runners advance the bag. It's third and second now with no outs. The 2-1 home. One shot again, pulled away, and it gets out of the plate for a second strike. Morrison up against it. 2-2 pitch. And it's a full count. We've seen many of these early on. And we'll see another one here. Potential to load the bases. Tan trying to fight against it. The payoff. Got him. Strike 3. And a big one from Titus Tan to earn out number 1 here in the top of the third inning. And Carmel Ketchabal up to the plate, trying to drive in the first runs of the ball game. And it's outside for ball 1. Still searching for a first hit as well. And that pierces the inside corner. Perfect pitch there as well. You can see how close Ketchabal is inside the plate. His tip of his bat is basically over top of the plate. So anything inside, it's good from the umpire to kind of notice that too. Not kind of change the strike zone because Ketchabal is so close to the plate. He's basically riding the inside of the batter's box. Tiptoes are basically across it. And swings through for that one. for a strike. And it's a 2-2 count. Tan searching for back-to-back strikeouts. Can catch a ball, gets that one jammed, and will foul it back, and we'll do it all over again. He's got one right by the hands. Catch a ball, ground ball. Kearney the first one to it. He'll look at the plate. Arnold will go back to third, and everybody will stay where they are. So High Park get out of it, and the bases are loaded as the Eagles were solely focused on no run being scored. And it's Jacob first at the bottom of the order, due up with the loaded bases. And a mound meeting here, not initiated by the coach, but by the infield themselves, as they meet up to discuss how to go about this. Bases loaded, still need 2 outs to get out of it. And High Park is pressuring to open the ball game. First the lefty, trying to be the one to do it. It's ball one on the outside. And Tan worked himself into this jam as the bottom of the order has gone to work. It was a walk on Reshwan, an error throw to first base on Sayers. Strikeout to Morrison, but Ketchum also gets aboard off a bit of a misplay by the infield or and first will hold off, and it's a third ball. And 10 can't afford ball 4, as that would open the scoring for High Park. It's a 3-0 pitch here to first. And we'll get one back. Starts the battle. And his first showed bunt, but in this type of situation, I don't know why you would. Trying to do it again, the 3-1. And it's ball 4, and Jacob first will work a walk, and the Grenadiers in game 1 of a potential 2 championship games will get the first run of the game. It's 1-0 with the bases loaded walk. And it's back to the top of the order for Addy Dyken. Dyken up the middle, past the mound, splits the middle infielders to center field. 1 run will score. It's an RBI single for Addy Dyken. And High Park increased their lead. It's now 2-0. And that is the first hit of the ball game for either of these teams, as Dyken hit it right up the middle, just under the glove of Tan and Kearney. And here's Hemsworth. Fires out into the East Nepean dugout for strike 1. Bases remain loaded after a single from Dyken. And leans into it, takes it looking, as that one will clip the outside bottom corner. And Tan, an 0-2 lead, still searching for out number 2. Trying to get himself out of this jam. This would be step 2 of the process. The 0-2 pitch. And that's a ball upstairs for ball 1. Tan deep breaths. Still has balls to work with if he wants to mix some in. The 1-2. And he will. Good mix for 2-2. Hemsworth walked his first time up in the ball game. I'm sure would love to find a similar result here, as that would add to the lead. We'll go to a 2-2. And that will finish it on Hemsworth. On the outside corner, looking for strike 3. And here's William Arizis to the plate. Arizis with the bases loaded, but now with 2 outs after Tan found the second one. Searching for one more to keep the damage at only 2. First pitch down the pipe, looking for Arizis. Doesn't pull the trigger. And if the Eagles can only limit the damage to 2, I'm sure they'd be pleased with that result, despite letting in a couple runs. But taking a look at the situation they're in right now, 2 wouldn't be the worst result, and it's strike 2 on the foul ball for Arizis. And Tan, a chance to leave the bases stranded. He's got an 0-2 lead. It's the 0-2 delivery. And a foul ball as Arizis just gets a piece of it to keep him here. As the battle continues, William understands. And he's got to make contact on anything close. Deep breath from Tan. We'll go back to an 0-2. And that one's hit to right field as it gets on by Grenier. 1 run will score. First is getting the wave. The play to the plate. The tag. No result. Jacob First slides down in. It's 2 RBIs for William Arizis. And Hyde Park have doubled their lead. It's now 4-0. And on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs, it's Arizis who flips the situation on its head. Scores 2 more for the Grenadiers. And here's Quinn Robinson was 2 in scoring position. And so the difference of the championship game compared to all the others, every inning is open. And an intentional walk it will be for Quinn Robinson. The Upper Ottawa Valley did this yesterday. No one wants to face 17 in orange, and that is, well, that's a compliment. As the bases are now loaded. In fact, there was a interesting situation yesterday where they intentionally walked Robinson, and you can only intentionally walk every batter once. So they went to go do it again, and the officials of the tournament denied it, saying it's against the rules, you can't do that. So what they did is they actually made the catcher step outside, step away from the plate and just throw him 4 balls like they're playing catch and walk him that way. They did not want to face Robinson, and while the Eagles showcasing that they don't want to face him either. Dylan Clark, 2 up right now, 0 for 1 with a ground ball to shortstop. His first time up. And we'll stare that one down as it's on the outside. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Tan. And Clark will foul it back heavily for strike 2. And Tan had 2 strikes against Arizis. Wasn't able to finish it. Looking for a different result here. Here's the 2-2. And just outside, what a take it was from Clark as he leaned into it. Then decided that he doesn't want it. Takes it and just misses. It's a full count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the payoff. Clark, ground ball to Grenier, and he'll run it out to second base himself and get out number 3 to end the top of the 3rd inning as Hyde Park get their offense rolling. They score 4 to open the ball game and take the lead as we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, and when we return, it's East Nepean's time to respond. We'll see if they can when we come back. Bottom of the third, and East Nepean looking to respond. Last time these two teams played each other, High Park actually took a lead. I believe it was 3-0 to open the scoring, and what was the result? The Eagles responded by scoring 6 straight runs. Ended up winning that game. Looking for a similar situation today, but Quinn Robinson will start a strike right down the middle on Meunier, the leadoff batter. That's a reach again. That was a very hesitant swing, not the A swing from Henry Meunier. And Robinson up quickly 0-2. And this one is bolted to left field. It's a line drive past Arises, and he will get aboard with a leadoff single. That also didn't look like an A swing from Meunier, but still able to make it work. It was perfectly down the third base line as it gets on past Arises, and there's a runner to work with now for East Nepean. There's Avery Pottinger as the East Nepean fans are loud. That has got them going after they quiet down after that big top of the third by the Grenadiers, and it's Pottinger once binds, will foul it back just over top of it. And Arises, the third baseman, will see how far he stays on this next swing. He is very much so in. See if Pottinger goes back to the bunt attempt. He will. And that one pulls away to the backstop off the catcher's glove. Meunier down to second, and he'll slide on in there. Steals a base, moves himself to a scoring position, does Henry Meunier. Well, the 2-1. Pottinger goes back to a normal stance there, fouls one back. Now has the battle. Robinson has just brought it back to 2 strikes. And we'll see the 2-2. Inside, lets it go. Hard bounce. Catcher can't locate it. Meunier down to third base. One corner to the next after it ramps up the backstop. And for the catcher, Saul Schmidt couldn't locate it. Really didn't have a chance to either. And time has been called by High Park manager. And Quinn Robinson upset with himself at the mound as the infield comes in. And High Park manager has a word with his starting pitcher, trying to collect him. And Meunier is a base hit away from getting East Nepean on the board. So we'll talk it out and we'll get back underway here. It's a full count for Avery Pottinger. And we'll see if the mound meeting would do anything here for Robinson as he tries to deliver the payoff. And so, the payoff quickly. Strike 3 on the outside. As Robinson wasted no time delivering that pitch. And will freeze up Pottinger, who had barely any time to think. And a big first out here for High Park. And here's Zach Prinz. And a late decision from Prinz will go through for a strike. So now we've seen one right down the pipe, and now we'll see an 0-1 pitch. And strike 2 on the inside. As it gets a sliver of the plate. Perfectly placed pitch there as it jams Prinz. And now he's down 0-2. Got to protect the pitch. Strike 3, and Quentin Robinson has got a jolt after that mound meeting. Has put some pep in these last few pitches, and there's 2 down. And here's Easton Angler as he gives a fist bump to Saul Schmidt behind the plate, and he'll have the task of trying to score the first run for East Nepean. Swings that one away. As Meunier did a fantastic job getting aboard, got all the way around himself, just needs a little help getting home. 0-1. Angler fouls it back, and the strike zone is being pelted here from Quinn Robinson. He has a chance to retire 3 straight batters and keep the Eagles scoreless. Angler has to make contact, anything close. The 0-2. In play, dies down quickly. Dylan Clark, the scoop, a race for first, and High Park will win it. And Meunier won't be able to score. And the Grenadiers get out of the bottom of the 3rd inning with no runs allowed after Henry Meunier did a fantastic job leading things off with a single, but won't find any help from the bottom of the order. We're over the halfway point of the game in a do-or-die contest for the Grenadiers. They're up by 4 and looking to increase it when we return. Over the halfway point in this potential 2-game championship series as, well, the brackets collide. The lower bracket champs in High Park and the upper bracket champions and East Nepean, and the Grenadiers trying to force it to even playing ground tomorrow as they have to win twice against the Eagles to claim victory. East Nepean only has to do it once. This will be the last batter for Titus Tan as he's throwing his 76th pitch. And it's on the outside, a quick 2-0 lead for our leadoff hitter, Saul Schmidt. And so 75 maximum, so he can't face another batter due to minor Little League rules. Trying to finish it off strong, though. This one down to the plate for a strike. Such a strong start of the game for Tan, as that top of the 3rd slipped away from him a little bit. But looking to gather and regroup, and it's ball 3 down below the knees. And Schmidt trying to start things out with a leadoff walk. 3-1. And a breaking ball in there for strike 2. Perfect pitch, it just froze up Schmidt. And the count is full. Tan with the full count delivery. Schmidt pulls this one to Kearney. A roller into the glove, and 6-3 on the target for out number 1. As there's one down, and a mound meeting here. As that will do it for Titus Tan. Goes 3 innings in a third. Allows 4 runs, all coming in that top of the third inning. But a successful morning for number 8 in green. As a new pitcher will come to the mound, and it looks to be Chris Grenier will take over, take the reins, and will begin his warm-up before we get back underway. As Grenier will inherit a runner. Oh, pardon me, will inherit nobody on, needs only 1 out in the inning, so good start. Not a bad situation to come to the mound at. With Berlin Martin due up, she's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And while all the shiny things are out in the belt, we got medals to my right. The silver and gold medals ready to be awarded. We have the trophy in the house, which is cool. You get to see all the years of all the different champions, and High Park's on there, East Nepean's on there. There's not a crazy amount of variety of names. Minor Little League has been dominated by a lot of a lot of District 1 teams on there. Ancaster, last year's champions, as they beat the East Nepean Eagles in the championship game, if my memory serves me correct. There was one team on there that we were reading, and it was back around the 2010s, and it was called LaSalle Turtle Club from LaSalle, Ontario, and Little League that is disbanded, but I believe we were reading it was up in the Windsor area. So Grenier will continue his warm-up before we go back underway. Of course, that will do it for Titus Tan at the mound this tournament. Even if there's a game tomorrow, won't be able to come in. Grenier is ready to go, Martin's ready to go, and I'm ready to go. And the reliever into the game. Got to keep this as close as possible to give his team still a shot to come back. And Grenier, his first pitch into the ball game. It's up high for ball 1. And Martin with a full swing for a strike. She liked that one. And so Tan did the entire order once, and then the first half of the order a second time, as this one just spins foul as it was off the top of the bat, had enough spin to get out of it. And Martin shakes off the hands after the vibration of the bat rattled her hands, and it'll go 1-2. Grenier, chance to start him off with a strike. This one high up in left field territory, and in foul territory, it's Leo Zhao who makes the grab over his head. That looks so casual for Zhao. Just looked like a walk in the park after. Didn't even put much effort into it, but a great grab when there's 2 down. Here's Odin Reshwan trying to keep the inning alive. Reshwan in the air in the infield. Who will call it? Kearney will, and that's out number 3. As it's 3 up, 3 down, and Chris Grenier, a successful start to his morning as he gets 2 fly balls to his infield. And when we come back, it's the bottom of the 4th. East Nepean still searching for their first runs of a potential championship game here in Pembroke. Bottom 4 underway, and it's Julian DaCosta who will get his first at-bat. We'll see Brooks Campbell and go back to the top, and Chris Grenier will round out the confirmed 3. As Quinn Robinson back on the mound for his 4th inning. Still very low in the pitch count, and a chop early on from DaCosta for strike 1. And strike 2 looking as Robinson gives him the heat right to the heart of the plate. And it's a quick 0-2 count. DaCosta got to protect now. 0-2 delivery. Strike 3, and it's Quinn Robinson who puts a jolt into that last pitch. And there's 1 down. As that is the 4th straight strikeout from Quinn Robinson. He's really heated up after he gave up a single, the first hit he's given up to Meunier. Since then, it's been pure shutdown. And here's Brooks Campbell, who will swing through on the first one for a strike. And the 0-1 upstairs. We'll split the first 2 pitches. Hasn't thrown a lot of balls as Robinson has recently. Gives one there against Campbell. Here's the 1-1. There's the second ball down and away. And Campbell will move himself into a hitter's count. We saw Campbell make a fantastic catch in center field. It is one of the highlights of the tournament. Probably the catch of the tournament. Well, it absolutely is. There's no doubt about it. He was in center field, covered the ground, and laid out and just nabbed it right before it hit the grass. 3-1. And strike 2 by the knees to keep him there. And the count is full. Robinson looking to keep his strikeout streak alive. Campbell trying to put a fork in it. Here's the payoff. And it will continue it as Quinn Robinson finds strike 3 and wins the full count. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Chris Grenier. 0 for 1 is Grenier with his strikeout. And it's the battle of the 2 pitchers after Grenier came in at the top of the 4th inning and shut things down very successfully. First pitch to Grenier. Start things off with a fastball through the plate. And Grenier will foul it off. Not a full swing, but enough for the bat to get a piece of the ball. And an 0-2 lead for Robinson again. Been in this situation before. I struck out a boatload of batters. The 0-2. And it's up high, and Grenier will get one back. So, as mentioned, Pottinger struck out Prince, Angler, DaCosta, Campbell. 5 in a row, looking to make it 6. And a quick chat, and Saul Schmidt will head to the mound, talk to Robinson, get on the same page. Trying to talk about the finishing pitch here. And we'll get back and going. 1-2. High chopper. Dyking the first one, too. It got to be quick. The play to first. Safe is Grenier. As that ball took such an aggressive bounce up into the air that it took its time getting to Dykin. And the throw is just a tad late, and Grenier is safe. And we'll have the 2-out pitcher rule here as Brooks Campbell will take Grenier's place at first. And it's an infield single for Chris Grenier. And Dino Zaruda's due up. Now with one on. Campbell. We've talked about him a lot. He's a speedy guy. Looking to showcase it here. The Eagles still searching for their first run of the game. Zarutis will show bunt, pull away, and that one's right down the pipe for strike number 1. And Ariza says very much down the base path at third base, anticipating that bunt after Zarutis showed it right away. Well, Sofa goes back to it, the 0-1. At the ball, runner down to second, the throw and the tag from Dyken, safe is Campbell. A close play, but Brooks Campbell beats it with a slide, and he's into second base in the scoring position. As things get loud here, both fan bases giving their props. As it was a great toss from Schmidt. Down to second as well. And it's outside for ball 2. And while Schmidt kind of shimmied his way to the outside of the plate as well. It's looked like where they wanted to locate it. Zarutis didn't pull the trigger though, didn't take the bait. And we'll go to 2-1. Zarutis in the air to shallow left field. Who will count it? Drops in between Dyken and the left fielder. Runners coming around, and the Eagles are on the board. As Brooks Campbell turns third and comes all the way around, as that ball went down into no man's land. As Dyken and the left fielder, I believe Francis Morrison, both closed the gap. It just split the Morrison and Dyken. Both of them were calling it and had their gloves up in the air, but it's one of those situations where everyone hesitates for just a second and it drops on down. As Brooks Campbell, despite scoring, will actually find himself back on first base. This is the 2-out catcher rule this time after Zarutis got aboard. And a mound meeting here. As Robinson smiling at the mound. And discussion here from the infield. Saul Schmidt really does a really good job of of course he's the catcher, so he sees the field and the layout. And does a great job of just kind of positioning everybody and the way he thinks the ball and the play will go. And there's Eddie Kearney. One out at first base as the 2-out rally continues here for East Nepean, as they are on the board. And a long mound meeting here will finish up. And we're good to go. Eagles fans loud and trying to spark their team. And so a similar situation to what we saw moments ago when Brooks Campbell was put on first for Grenier. 2 outs. Runner at first, he was able to get all the way around, trying to replicate it here. Kearney, comebacker, Robinson matches, and the task to first is good. As Quinn Robinson had to be on his toes, and he was. And that will do it for the 4th inning. As the East Nepean Eagles get on the board themselves, they make it 4-1, and when we return, it's High Park entering the top of the 5th, looking to extend their lead. potential final pair of innings set to get underway as the top of the 5th is starting, and Thomas Sayers will lead things off for High Park. Chris Grenier back on the bump after he came in relief just an inning ago, and it's the first pitch for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And this was the part of the game where last time the Eagles was down by the same amount. It was a 3-0 lead for the Grenadiers as this bunt is laid down the first base line. Zarutis will pick it up, and the toss to first gets away from Minier, as it's over top of his glove, and it's safe and sound for Thomas Sayers. As the same thing happened the first time. He laid down a bunt, and the throw to first, the first time it was Minier didn't have his foot on the bag. This time it's over top of him, and Sayers is aboard for the second time this game. And pulls away as that's Francis Morrison for strike one. Throw down to first. A close call. As Sayers will slide back head first. As that caught me off guard too. I looked down for 1 second, and all of a sudden there was a close contest at first. And we'll see the 0-1 as Grenier waits for the pitch he likes. Morrison showing bunt again, pulls away, and it's strike 2, this time on the outside. And a quick 0-2 lead. Morrison, who likes the bunt. See if he goes back to it here, down by a pair of strikes. 0-2. And a full swing for strike 3. And Grenier finds his first punch out here in the top of the 5th inning, and there's 1 down. There's Carmel Ketchabal. And right down near the shoulders of the zone, and you could even see Ketchabal there give a little head nod when that one went through, understanding that, well, that's a strike. That's the top of the zone right there. If we see something like that again, you'd think he's going to swing. Down to the dirt, hard bounce off Zarutis. Sayers down to second, and a steal successful as he moves himself to his scoring position. That was an easy one. That Ketchabal, as you can see, really is inside that batter's box, and quick cleaning of the plate from the ump. Looking nice and shiny. As the City Workers did the field on very nice for a championship bout here today, but you can see the foot placement. It's kind of hard to see because the umpire's in the way on the broadcast, but right near the inside of the batter's box is his tiptoes as he fouls that one off for a second strike. The 1-2 from Grenier. And it's ball 2. And we'll see the 2-2. Ketchabal dives down to the mound. Grenier, the scoop and the fire to first is good. And there's 2 down after a routine play from 1 to 3. Runner will be extended to third, though, as Sayers now will base it away from making it back to a 4-run ball game. And here's Jacob first. 15 pitches for Maniette. It makes me wonder if they're trying to keep him under that 20 in case of a game tomorrow. Keep him available, or else I don't know why they'd be checking this early into the ball game for Grenier, as that one's in there on the inside for strike 1 on first. Jacob first walked his first time up. And the 0-1. And it's strike 2 on the outside corner as Grenier will pierce it. Looking for the finisher with 2 outs in the 0-2 delivery. And we'll mix it a ball to the backstop. And a couple aggressive steps there from Saters down the third base line. He'll walk on back to third base, though. Stay safe. First, he's a cross-country runner. He writes in one of his hobbies. Love to run on the bases now. The 1-2. Outside for his second ball. Nickname is also Handsome Rob. Okay, I wonder where the Rob comes from, but nonetheless, I'll see a 2-2 here. Strike 3. And Chris Grenier leaves runners stranded at third base. After a mega wave from Jacob First. And that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. It's the Eagles still down by 3 runs, but another chance to get something going their way. Bottom 5 when we return in a championship bout here in Pembroke. Bottom of the 5th, and it's Leo Zal to lead things off. Titus Tan and Sam Lemo due up as well for East Nepean, but as we entered their second last time to get on the board here. Got to do some damage now. Doesn't want to leave it all to the bottom of the 6th. That would be the potential final inning of ball here. And obviously East Nepean would love to end it today rather than try to face an elimination game tomorrow where championship will be awarded for sure if there's a game tomorrow. As Zal, a one-hopper to Dykin. The scoop and fire to first in time as Dylan Clark has to reach the skies to get that ball, but able to bring it down. And there's one gone. And here's Titus Tan. As we'll have the battle of the 2 starting pitchers here. Robinson still in the game. Tan went the distance, pardon me. 3 innings and a third. And up high for ball 1. As this might be on pace to be our lowest scoring game we've had all tournament long. I believe the contest for it is 6-2 game with High Park over Orleans. 6-3 was the last time these two teams played each other as well. As an awkward swing on the inside there from Tan as Robinson blew it by him on the inside, and there's a pair of strikes. The 1-2. And a good dig by Tan as he shuffles away to avoid it. Robinson, the head nod in the 2-2. And it's outside for a third ball. And the count is now full. Eagles trying to give themselves a beast runner here. They've been very limited with those all game long. Here's the payoff. And 10 will keep us alive as he gets the tip of the bat on it and fouls it off. As they haven't had a lot of base runners, as mentioned. Grenadiers got on. Menier got on as well. But other than that, that would do it. And waving on through is Titus 10. Hesitant, not a full swing, but enough to send him back to the dugout. And Quinn Robinson back to his strikeout ways, and there's 2 gone. And here's Sam Lemo, trying to keep the inning alive. As that's how the Eagles scored their first run of the game as well. It was a 2-out rally where they got somebody on, and it was Brooks Campbell who came in and ran all the way around. As this one is just fouled off the first base line. I cooked 2 strikes in the count. And Robinson has made such quick work in some of these innings, especially in the midway through the game, where he struck out 5 batters at the bottom of the order. 0-2. In the air to shallow right field, and backing up and making the grab is August Hemsworth out in right field, and it's 1-2-3 back to the dugout for High Park and Quinn Robinson as they are feeling it and will send us to a 6th and potential final inning here. As High Park will look to give themselves as big a cushion as possible before the East Nepean Eagles face a do-or-die. Bottom of the 6th. Big things on the line in a potential championship game here in Pembroke. Potential final inning here. Top of the 6th as we join you back. It's top of the order due up here for High Park. Number 4, Addy Dykin, Hemsworth, and Arizis. New pitcher to the game as well for East Nepean. To keep this as close as possible as Grenadiers stays underneath that 20-pitch threshold, meaning if there's a game tomorrow, he would be available. And Eddie Kearney, who we've seen multiple times in kind of a reliever role as we see him now. Pardon me, I meant more as a closer in big-time scenarios. One shot from Dykin. It's in there to the plate for a strike. And time is called as Siegel slowly floats across the field. And Dykin went around for strike 2, the call. As it was enough indication, enough through the zone to get a second strike, and Kearney searching for a leadoff strikeout. In his debut today at the mound, the 2-2. Strike 3 looking on Addy Dykin. And it's a leadoff punch out from Eddie Kearney. And there's one down. Here's August Hemsworth, 0 for 1. Struck out his last time, had a walk his first time up. Hemsworth will show bunt, pulls away, and it's strike by the knees. And Kearney is feeling himself now. The 0-1. And a late swing from Hemsworth will result in strike 2. And so Kearney plays very impactful roles here for the Eagles. Started the game at shortstop, played the entirety of it, made a lot of plays. And now comes to the mound. He's got a 0-2 lead against Hemsworth, searching for back-to-back strikeouts. And Hemsworth will stay alive as he fouls it back. And we'll go back to an 0-2. And we'll mix in the first ball as that one is and it's strikeout on August Hemsworth as we had to fix up the camera there, make it nice and straight. It looks a lot better as Arizis, first pitch swinging a foul ball is, he'll be dead, and took a bounce in the dirt before he came back into fair territory. So we're back and the camera looks beautiful. So Kearney, back-to-back strikeouts in the first two batters he's faced. That one's down in the dirt, and waves at that one as it's played to the far side. And Arizis gotta stay alive now. Kearney looking to strike out the side. The 1-2. And hitting the deck to get away from it for second ball. Still up against it. We'll go back to a 2-2. Arizis in play, pulls it to third. Gotta be quick. Cross diamond from Zhao in time. And it's 1-2-3 as the Eagles retire the top of the order and will send us to a big bottom of the sixth. High Park 3 outs away from sending us to a championship final tomorrow, while the Eagles can end it right now. 3 runs to send us to extras, 4 to walk it off and win the championship, and anything less, we'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Big top of the sixth when we return here in Pembroke. Bottom of the 6th inning. And for the East Nepean Eagles, they're down by 3, but have a chance to, well, make dreams come true. You dream of these big moments in championship games where you come back and win it all. And the best thing about it for East Nepean is their backs aren't totally against the wall, as they'll could have a potential game tomorrow if this inning doesn't go their way. Quinn Robinson trying to clinch that game tomorrow, though. The 0-2 quickly. And it's outside for ball 1. Trying to reset the bracket. Get back to fair playing territory. And it's strike 3 by the knees on Meunier. And a lead-off punch-out from Quinn Robinson. And there's one down, and there's Avery Pottinger. That's Pottinger 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And you can see there another fist bump there from Schmidt. He fist bumps every batter he faces, or every batter in front of him. It doesn't even matter if he's already faced them, as Pottinger's already been up to the plate, but still gives a fist bump to everybody. And there's strike 1 on Pottinger, so we'll see the 0-1. And a swing from Pottinger will foul it off for strike number 2, and it'll be an 0-2 count. So Robinson leading the count. Pottinger got a battle, the 0-2. And he will. As that one gives the camera a great little rattle. And we're going to have more maintenance. It's a beautiful play from Quinn Robinson to get out number 2, and that will do it for Robinson at the mound. Goes pretty much the entire distance except for the finishing. Out as he goes 5 innings and 2/3 as we fix up the camera once again. It's come a little loose here at the end of the game. And a new pitcher into the game. It's number 13, Dylan Clark, who is searching for one final out to book a ticket and schedule a game for 10 a.m. tomorrow. And it looks like that could be the result. Nobody on. The Eagles need 3. And so Clark will take his warm-up as Robinson goes down to third, or first, pardon me, and replaced for where Dylan Clark was. And so if this scoreline does hold, as mentioned, 10 a.m. tomorrow, and the bracket will reset. The Eagles will have their first loss of the tournament. And there's no other game after that. Tomorrow would be the finisher. Winner takes all. And it'll be interesting to see who the Grenadiers go with tomorrow at the mound. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to say Odin Reshwan will be their guy. And so the same thing as well for the Eagles, as I wonder if it'll be Leo Zhao if he's available. I feel like would be their guy in a championship game. Zach Prinz trying to keep the hopes alive here of a championship. In today's game, it's strike one, or pardon me, Paul one. As that will miss on the inside, and well, Dylan Clark trying to restrict his morning to just one batter. And that gets a piece of the inside for strike. There's the 1-1 to Prinz. And the ball 2 on the outside. Zach Prinz 0 for 1. A strikeout earlier in the game. As we'll see the 2-1 pitch. It's just up high for ball 3. And Prinz will get a piece of it and foul it back, and it's a full count. Dylan Clark trying to extend the tournament lives of the Grenadiers. Here's the payoff. And Prinz will stay alive as he fouls it off. But what a ball game this has been. Our lowest scoring affair in game number 13. Trying to end it here. Another payoff. And Prinz will make us do it all again as he fouls that one back. Third consecutive. And it's ball 4, and Zach Prinz will win it and keep things alive here for the Eagles. It's a runner down to first base as still time. And here's Easton Engler. Engler swings that one down low. Runner down to second, and Prinz will make a steal successful. Down to a scoring position for Zach Prinz. Engler trying to bring tying run to the plate. The 0-1 swings down low again for strike 2. And both the first 2 pitches from Clark have been down low below the knees, but Engler's liked both of them and now has to protect. Dylan Clark trying to close things out for High Park. The 0-2. Engler in play. Dyken first to it. 6-3. In time. And the High Park Grenadiers tournament lives are still alive as they force a final championship game tomorrow. It's the bracket reset, and we'll have the rematch once again. It'll be East Nepean, High Park, championship in the building. Medals will be awarded as it comes down to tomorrow. 4-1 the final score as the Grenadiers claim victory. And as mentioned, our lowest scoring game so far this tournament when the stakes are the highest. Quinn Robinson, what a performance. Goes 5 innings and 2/3. The only batter he couldn't finish off was the final one as he had to be taken out of the game. And for the Eagles, a great performance themselves. All 4 runs allowed came in a single inning. Other than that, they played such clean baseball. And they'll have a chance tomorrow as the series is evened up between these two, 1-1 on the tournament. But it all comes down to that final game tomorrow. 10 a.m. Championship will be awarded. It's High Park and East Nepean at 10 a.m. once again. You won't want to miss it, folks. For myself here today, High Park, stay alive. And we'll see them again tomorrow. I've been Jacob Ewing. This one ends 4-1 the final score. And we'll see you tomorrow for the championship game.